closely with our pharmacists who are leading our vaccine efforts through our organization. And one of them told me the other day that they've had several people come in to get vaccinated who have tried to sort of disguise their appearance and even went so far as to say, please, please, please don't let anybody know that I got this vaccine. I don't want my friends to know, but I don't want to get COVID. I want to get the vaccine. But they're very concerned about how their people that they love within their family and within their friendship circles and their work circles are going to react if they find out that they got the vaccine.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised, Sabrina. We know about how much pressure there is out there. What do you think about this as a solution?
I think it's a great solution. I mean, it makes me sad. It genuinely makes me sad for these people that they are so scared to talk to their loved ones and their family members or their social groups that about them getting the vaccine. It's that sucks. That's a lot of influence. And then people in like maybe more Midwest rural areas, they do have to consider their actions and how it impacts their tiny little community. So I think it's a great idea. I think if that's what it's gonna take to get more people vaccinated, I'm all for it.
Yeah, maybe. What sucks about it is, like, it is bad enough that you would open yourself up to getting the virus. It's obviously worse that you would try to put social pressure on people, especially people who are in your family, like people who love you and you're supposed to love them, that you would try to pressure them to do that. But then on top of it, to then say, don't get vaccinated because that's being a sheep, instead bow down to my pressure. So that's a weird thing where you're like, you're trying to make people conform by pretending that it's the opposite of conformity. But then on top of that, one of the most insidious lies that's been told about the vaccine is, and I don't know if Sabrina, if you've seen this, the concept of shedding. Have you seen this?
What?
I worry about shedding too. All of my clothes are covered with dog fur. But no, they say that if you get the vaccine, you can shed vaccine stuff that gets other people sick around you. So think about the mental gymnastics necessary for that. So you going out and protecting yourself from a virus isn't you protecting you, it's you endangering me. And you say that I'm being dumb because I won't protect myself from germs. No, I am the invisible vaccine shedding germs. It is such like an attempt to contort reality. It's basically gerrymandering reality. It's this weird shape you've made everything into so that you can feel like you're still intelligent.
This is the weirdest game of 3D chess that they're trying to play, and it does not make sense at all. Yeah, that's just,
I don't like it.
That's confusing and sad, and it's weird because nobody made this big of a deal about like previous vaccines that are necessary for like school or jobs or traveling to certain areas. I mean, maybe some mom groups in Orange County brought back measles or something, but I mean, like, yeah, it's so polarized, like you said.
Yeah, guys, just the worst. And look, if you're in an area and you're feeling this pressure, I totally get it. Like the thing is, you can get vaccinated and your family never needs to know. It's sad. I wish that you could feel free to try to get them to be vaccinated because that is an act of love. But if you can't do that, I don't want anyone's life to be any more difficult than it already is. Go get vaccinated in secret, honestly. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, I hope that it becomes the new thing. I don't know. Can we make a TikTok and get more people to do that? I don't know. Anyway, and by the way, this is a new version of, we'd already, I think previously talked about this, if we could jump ahead. Defiant teenagers have been trying to get around their parents trying to stop them from being vaccinated. That's been a thing for a little bit as well. So yeah, Anyway, I think we have a little bit more video actually of Anderson Cooper talking to Dr. Frase, who was in that first video about this.
A lot of them have had, the few that I've been able to personally talk to, they have had some experience that sort of changed their mind from the viewpoint of those in their family, those in their friendship circles or their work circles. And they came to their own decision that they wanted to get a vaccine. They did their own research on it and they talked to people and made the decisions themselves. But even though they were able to make that decision themselves, they didn't want to have to deal with the peer pressure or the outburst from other people about them, quote, giving in to everything. They made a decision for themselves and they wanted it just to be for themselves.
Yeah, I get it. Look, I sometimes poo-poo people who are like, they're like I'm doing the research, I'm talking to doctors, I'm really trying to figure out. I don't think that it should take like 2 months. But look, if you actually do that and in the end you end up getting it, okay, good. If that got you there, try to expedite the process though, because there are a lot of cases going around out there. Any final thoughts, Sabrina?
Yeah, I don't know how much I believe that part either, because they say that, they're doing the research and they're taking the time, but we have seen the positive effects of the vaccine since people started getting it like at the end of last year. It works. What more do you need?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think you should need anything else. If you do though, I did see someone on Twitch said it's like free walk-ins at Walgreens, also $2 Arizona iced tea. So you can get vaccinated, you get yourself an iced tea. It's really cheap. That seems like a pretty good deal.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.